80-71 in favour of Emanuel Augustus. So did they score that a 10-8 round, the 7th? Yep, they did. It's about right, isn't it?
Yep, and I did the same.
So you're agreeing with the judges for once?
Serious problems here.
I think we all are. Emanuel Augustus putting on a really good performance.
Get him up, Russell. Get him up.
Russell Jones, he's just been sort of lost in a cloud tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's never been good enough to get himself into this. The problem, I suppose, he's still looking strong enough. His legs are strong. The punches that he managed to get off are looking healthy enough. So, under these circumstances, if you've got a chance, maybe their motto is leave him in there. But I would rather have seen him out after the 7th and 8th. Took far too many punches in both of those rounds.
And the trouble with Augustus is that he just needs to find 4 or 5 big wins in a row. Omar Weiss, the slippery Argentinian, and the Brazilian Kelson Pinto managed to beat him. The bigger names, just that jump up in class. But tonight, we judge him on what we see. And what we see, Jim, is there's plenty left.
Yeah, I mean, this is the textbook we're looking at here. I mean, the balance, the punching, the moves, the defence, you know, the concentration, everything you want to see. He's got it tonight at this level.
Again, totally on top, Augustus. Do you think there's trainers back home that would have pulled their man out had they been in Jones's corner?
Yeah, but when you haven't won a round and no signs of getting into the fight, but just as I'm speaking, as I say, the fact that Jones is still looking strong and he himself doesn't want to be pulled out, although I'm not in favour always of asking a fighter's opinion. Maybe they're too brave for their own good. I mean, that was a nice little burst, as good as we've seen from Jones, but didn't even make Augustus blink. So the best work he can come up with is not turning the tide. So is there much point? I mean, it's still good to look at. I mean, he's still trying to make it competitive, but it's certainly one-sided.
He's got 14 knockouts, Russell Stoner Jones, and if he ever needed one of those big right hands, it's now. But once again, Augustus backs him up on the ropes, lets the volley go.
He's picking the counters beautifully there. I mean, his own reflexes are still looking so sharp.
Well, burst again at the end of the round from Jones. Too little, too late. Story of the fight.
See how strong you are? I told you, if you throw them, they're going to land, okay? Unfortunately, you need to knock this boy out now. You're not going to win the decision, okay? This last one, can you give me 3 minutes and throw him punches?
You're not going to win the decision. Well, they've heard the open scoring. Of course he's not.
Well, I'm just thinking if a judge can't judge this one, then shouldn't be judging. I mean, this has just been one-way traffic all the way through. Jones deserves all the credit in the world for sticking with it, making a fight of it. But what an exhibition of boxing it's been from this man.
Turn that shoulder.
Beautiful to watch, but I wouldn't like to be Russell Jones tonight.
Power punch, see if we can get him up around. Come on. Everything you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up, the 10th and final round of this championship bout. Here it goes.
Final round. It's been Emanuel Augustus' night from the very beginning. He promised us so much at the weigh-in. He was having pictures with everybody. The film crew were following him, and they will keep doing it for a while yet.
Yeah, well, you can see it's not a bad idea. I mean, at this level, there certainly is a story in Emanuel Augustus. And I wouldn't be against him maybe someday giving him a voluntary crack at the title. Nice to see him retire on that. A nice little payday would also be nice. But I'm talking about retirement after a performance like this. I don't think so.
Yeah, the other holders are our very own Junior Witter, WBC champion, Suleiman Mbaye, WBA, and Ricardo Torres, the WBO. Torres a huge puncher, and Augustus landing more of his own. He's not really. 18 knockouts. Normally has to do things the longer, harder way.
Yeah, well, the amount of punches he's landed here tonight, obviously if he was a big puncher, if he was punching anything like his weight, this would have been over. Or the referee would certainly have stepped in, but it's the fact that he doesn't have the dynamite in the fists. That's the reason this is still going on. But I tell you, he has shown everything else tonight.
Yeah, Jones has been stopped in 1 by Julio Diaz and in 4 by Randall Bailey. So might just be the one thing that he does lack as he moves up in class, Augustus. But he has boxed beautifully. Wasn't sure he was this quick at this age.
Well, I'm just amazed. He started this pace in the opening round, and I thought we'll see this for a couple of rounds, then he'll settle down. But he hasn't. He's kept the same pace every single round. Amazing for a man, 31 years old, 67th fight.
Take your hat off to the spirit and bravery from the American-based African Russell Jones. He could have sat this one out maybe halfway through, but he has forced his way through these last 3 or 4 rounds. Like the fighter he is.
Yeah, well, that's what fighters are about. They don't want to quit. But sometimes for a fighter's own good, you have to take the decision away from him. But from my own point of view, I'm quite pleased he's managed to go the distance. I mean, they're not bone-crushing punches he's taken, but I tell you, he's going to need a long rest after tonight.
Body and head shots from Augustus to finish what has been an excellent display from the man born in Louisiana and boxing now out of Brownsville, Texas. Unquestionably win number 30.
Woodburn scored this bout 100-89, and Judge Sergio Silvi scores this bout 100-90. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and the new WBC Continental America's champion, Emanuel Augustus!
Excellent win for the 31-year-old on a big stage here, and he will be back somewhere in 2007.
The presentation was WBC